illness having spread to every organ, there was but one escape from this fate: to start afresh.
With a new world. The one for which Barnabas labored. A paradise free from the blight where his God awaits. And where, if we only forfeit our wills and abandon everything we hold dear, humanity can join him. So, Ultima would have us follow in the footsteps of the king.
And follow we shall. For now.
Wonderful speech. Gets me motivated for power of love, friendship, and all the good stuff. If only that happened more in video games, where you're just walking along and the road fixes itself. Another speech?
To forge a new world would require not only power, but a constitution strong enough to wield it. Acquiring the first would be simple. Untouched by the blight, Valisthea was replete with ether, and we had only to place jewels in her crown to claim it.
Whoa, that's it? Just jewels?
However, demanded creativity. And so I cast forth the seeds of humanity.
You created us.
Is that not what gods do? We sowed the seeds for you, Muthos, all that you might one day blossom. And our future thus secured, we thought to slumber, though that would prove...
I mean, he's not wrong.
For it was as we slept that man committed his greatest sin. He awoke.
Point is, don't get woke.
World bereft of his God's radiance, he stumbled blindly, desperate for guidance. Finding no light, he sought to kindle his own, and from that single errant impulse was his will born.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Having discovered himself at last, man turned his eyes inward and found he desired evermore that which only magic might afford.
I hate it when the bad guy is right.
So wars were waged and brothers slain for custody over that dwindling resource. And the land, she wept tears of black.
And he's not wrong. We are pretty petty creatures.
Cannot be so blind to his own hypocrisy.
Not blind. Just unwilling to admit the truth.
I wouldn't even say
One and
that.
the same.
I mean, humans are pretty awful to one another. For all the resources, monetary gains, and technological, medical gains that we have made, we still live in poverty. We still fight with one another. There's still countless wars, murder, theft, over the most basic petty reasons of I want. So we have not evolved as human beings very much.
Is that
Ifrit, or what's left of him?
Long have our ashes lain cold for want of a spark. Cast your eyes upon them and see what you must become. Valisthea cannot endure a second claim upon her being.
Valisthea, what?
Avarice of man drives her ever closer to destruction. But she may yet be saved by you. It is what you were born to do. Why we nursed you and fed you as your own mother should have. And now that you are fully grown, our Muthos, it is time at last for you to serve your purpose.
to right your wrongs? If our sin is wanting to survive, then you are as marked by it as we are.
Also, a fair point.
It is yours. Our wills were born because you abandoned us. And now, you would have us forfeit them. All for a place in your new paradise.
I mean, I can understand where they're coming from.
Worthy of one. Mankind has no place in our world. Is this truly so difficult to comprehend? We only ever require you, Muthos, when the time comes to bid this wretched realm farewell. None shall follow, none shall remain.
What do you mean, none?
This
I mean,
is
I think
our
he's pretty
world.
clear.
Once the land's rebirth is complete, humanity will have served its purpose. Why would we continue to suffer that which has caused us so much vexation?
Because the land doesn't belong to you. It belongs to us all!
Again, the evil guy has some good points.
That is where you are mistaken. You own nothing but your precious will.
Brother.
Brother.
I can't do this alone.
And you don't have to.
I grow weary of your dissent. Now you must learn that this master will not tolerate disobedience.
I don't know why that's funny.
My friends, my family. We have all suffered, all fought to survive. This world may be flawed. It may be broken. But it's all we have.
True.
If we can't share it, I see only one other choice.
I also understand that. We're gonna fuck him up.
You have to go.
He does have to go. Then you can't
Created us, Ultima.
do that.
But it's time we lived on our own terms. This isn't your world anymore.
It's ours.
Bow down, offenders, hearts disdain.
It would have been interesting to see. Oh shit. Okay. It would have been interesting to see their world, because in Final Fantasy Strange the Paradise, I mean, almost the same thing kind of happens. You have the gods who drop the mother crystals, and then I'm going around collecting them, and once I'm done doing that, my guy gets a little bit too confused with power, and then he actually ends up looking like one of these boys. So my question is, are these two games connected? Like, is Final Fantasy... Are all Final Fantasy games somewhat connected? Because yes, I get it's different universes and worlds and all that, but... Oh shit, wrong one. Are they still like all interconnected somehow? Maybe through some loose story bit? Because they all have Sid and a couple of other characters. So technically, yes, they're all interconnected in a sense, but... Like, is there one defining, like, big baddie who is always in charge of something? Because it always ends up being God. But you could kind of go with this story that these people created us and they're a different race. So you could just kind of go with the idea that, you know, every Final Fantasy world is a different universe created by a different XYZ person, and kind of go from there. I don't know, it's just an idea, but it seems like they do have an overlapping art design for a lot of them.
May not be sublimed through gainstanding. Only with heads hung low is penance paid. O wretched mortals, incapable even of contrition. In fitting season shall we reap our harvest.
Oops. Come on. Dodge it. It takes forever to wear him down, so I'm just gonna, again, go all out. We're gonna try to hit him as much as possible.
Gifted this chance,
Phase 3?
and still you would raise your hand against the Lord.
What now?
Mythos really took into the fact that he's God.
He means to end us.
No shit.
Wouldn't be the first time. Let's make it his last.
Bro, you just figured out he's trying to kill you?
Inexorable. Surrender the vessel unto the darkness. Surrender it unto us.
Oh no.
Prostrate yourself.
Okay, that actually worked out pretty well. That was a decent parry. Interesting attack. Trying to think, wasn't the Ultima also the villain of Strangers of Paradise, because they put him as the elf, but didn't he transform into the ultimate weapon? Jesus Christ, come on. We spent 1 bar of this whole thing trying to get over to him. Come on. Break. Nice. Okay, good, good, good. Hit him with this. Hit him with that. Iconic punishment. Then we hit him with that dust. Now we hit him with this. Then we hit him with this. And then with this. And then 1 more uppercut. How much? 65,000? Okay. Ultima vanquished. There's no way that this is the end. Absolutely no way. The pool of darkness. I've been playing these games for way too long, and I know that this is not the end.
For countless generations have we awaited this moment.
Is she gonna super duper power up now? Or is she gonna call mother?
Your struggles have made you strong.
It's like we didn't even phase him.
Your soul remains heavy with sin.
Maybe that's where sin from Final Fantasy X is born.
Absolution is nigh. Repent, and all shall be forgiven.
Oh, that is some weird psychological mind stuff right here. Good old Sid. It would have been nice to see Sid live and see his daughter.
Tell me, Clive, how many lives have you saved since taking my name?
I'd say a good amount.
Fewer than we have ruined. Wherever we go, we leave a sea of tears in our wake.
These are the wages of your will, son.
This isn't true.
What are our choices when all they ever bring, all they will ever bring, is death?
There's no atoning, Clive. No matter how hard you try. So why not leave it all behind?
Leave it all behind.
Some more manipulating from Ultima. We just have Joshua.
Please, won't somebody save me? Won't anybody love me?
My Yon, yet still she is not mine. Have I not given enough?
From will is born desire. And it is this which consumes you, rendering you incomplete.
Do you not see how the world bends and warps under the weight of your hungering hearts?
They did say this is going to be a more grown-up version, and it definitely feels like it.
Just go away.
Okay, guys, let's take bets. Am I gonna have to go fight the last boss by myself? Or are we gonna get fused into the ff16 thing and then we're gonna fight Mythos in its ultimate state? Which I think that might probably be the way that we are going. Yeah, I also think none of this is real. I am Clive.
That's right. You're my brother.
Oi, mate, it's the Phoenix.
Remember who you are.
He remembers, he's Clive.
Clive.
Once more, lest you forget.
My name is Clive. Clive Rosfield.
And he's here to whoop ass.
Look. Ultima.
Even here, the light of the vessel's will cannot be quenched.
What does that mean?
Phoenix, his trespass should not have been possible.
Unless...
Not possible unless he has been with Mythos all along. The mark of the Phoenix emblazoned upon his heart.
Oh, wow.
By
That's
the
deep.
power of will alone. The power of creation.
This man left this
Can it be? Are their wills truly so potent?
Are you still talking?
Okay, I thought it might have been a little cooler. But he just got some feathers on him. Man looks shocked.
This is no mere evolution, it is a deviation. And herefrom does Logos rise.
So Logos is what? I'm sure we could find a translation from Greek. Okay, let me look this up. Logos, the war of God, a principle of divine reason and creative order, identified in the Gospel of John with the second person of Trinity, incarnate in Jesus. Logos is a rhetorical and persuasive appeal to the audience logic and rationality. I don't know what it means in this.
Sorry to wake you, but I think it may be time to leave this place.
Oh, no, I think we still got some, I definitely think we still got some room left to fight. One more.
And once again, 'tis my creation stray from the path laid before it. Steeped in conceit, you fancy yourself a god. You embrace logos.
Yes, embrace logic.
Put an end to this hubris.
Who are we?
What are you talking about?
In the halls of origin, does our true power quicken. And there shall you be made complete. Soon, Mythos, soon you will discover how little you know of suffering.
Brother, we are going to mess you up 10 ways from Sunday. Why are you still talking like you can do something? He's gonna go full Frieza.
So the crystals are no more. Yet in their silence, a new song rings. Its chorus building, a crescendo as it enters its final movement, stirring those long aslumber to waking. And back to their origin.
Bloody crystals cracked. So where the hell are they? Oh, fuck me.
What is that?
Is that ether?
What in good Grieger's name is going on?
This is wrong.
Are we back?
Clive! Joshua!
Jill!
Is everyone all right?
We're fine. What happened?
Too much to explain here.
We have no idea what happened. Shit went sideways.
Everyone, fall back to the ship.
I will be with you anon.
Thank you.
All right. Return. Oh wow, what the hell happened to my voice? Return to the hideaway. So we're not done yet. I thought that might have been the last mission, but I guess it's never done.
I need to tell everyone what happened at Drake's Spine. And I'm going to need Otto's help.
Maybe I'll check if I can make a better sword later. But for now, let me see two things. One, well, Mr. Google Moogle, anything new for me? No, we have killed every single thing you have asked me to. Now, lady.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
Oh, thank you. You never expected me.
Promised.
Okay, I need
Sorry, but
20
you're not
more.
quite there yet. Come again. I may have more for you.
Anything from you, buddy?
Quick look.
Nothing.
Always
Okay.
something in there.
Well, obviously not, because there's nothing there.
Still alive, I see. Something tells me that eyesore on the horizon is your doing. How'd you manage that?
It's a long story. One that I'd rather only tell once.
Right. All hands on deck then.
Is this everyone? As I'm sure you've all guessed, the crystal which now commands the eastern skies was summoned by Ultima. He called it Origin. Though the significance of that name is as yet unclear.
What does it matter what it's called? Its emergence tore Twinside asunder and wiped my homeland from the map.
Mention of the Dominion spires can be found in the oldest of Valestian records. But to the best of my knowledge, none provide any hint as to their true nature. That they would prove the horns of some slumbering demon. Well,
the Dominion's demise was at least quick. Elsewhere, the Republican army cannot hope to contain the chaos engulfing Randalar. Canberra is inflamed, and the Empire.
Our allies are crying out for answers. I've sent the Cursebreakers to give them what assurances we can, but right now that amounts to fuck all.
They wouldn't be able to stop what the skies have started in any case. People here and across the realm grow sicker with every passing day.
Could it be that this new Mother Crystal is like the others? That it draws upon the land's ether? It certainly looked that way from stone here.
If that were true,
It would explain the hastening spread of the Blight since the crystal's appearance, would it not?
And as the land's ether slowly rises to the surface, it pools, corrupting all who cannot channel its energies. Archay above, ether floods below, and in the middle, here we languish, hopelessly entrapped.
It's all right. When we faced him at Stone here, Ultima told us his true power quickens in the halls of origin. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to continue. If we are to stop him, we will have to find a way into the crystal.
How are we going to manage that then? It's up in the sky. And fast as she is, the Enterprise can't fly.
It's a lot to take in, and I reckon we'd all benefit from some time to clear our heads. The answer will come to us. Don't you worry. Ain't that right, Clive?
Right. That's right.
Well, go on then. Bugger off. Same goes for you, Clive. You won't solve anything like this. Trust me. Go and get some fresh air, eh?
Thank you.
All right. So, any more side quests? Speak with Otto. Fuck you, Otto. Okay, I guess we'll just keep it as it is for now.
The sound of ringing still. Who knows?
Okay, can we make the super sword now? Really? So the defender's gonna be stronger? $340. So I'm at 325, 325 on both. Craft. Should we? No. Should I go with the defender? And then, you know what? Why the hell not?
No scratches, right? And how am I meant to do that then?
Clutchamite. We don't have Clutchamite. How awful. No more Clutchamite. Okay, that's good. The girl made it safe. We like that. The pregnant lady made it back and she was safe. It's very important. Now, two things. We gotta check out the board. for new hunts, and we will also check out the side quests. Anything new for me? No. What about you, brother?
Fancy a look at the list, do you?
Yes, fancy look at the list. Well, fucking nothing, because there's nothing for me to fucking do. Damn. Hook a brother up with something to do. I don't think that's Otto.
Ultima may have created us, but he doesn't make us who we are. Only we can do that. And if he would have us fight for our survival, so be it. It's what we've been doing all along.
Much like Ultima himself, it would seem. His new world being naught but a means to survive. And so, we must contend to decide which of us shall inherit the land. Should Ultima prevail, it will mean death for us all. Of that, we can be certain. But even should he fail, what world awaits us? A withered, godless place, where our newfound freedom will most like prove a chain in itself.
Well, that may be. But a chain can always be broken. As long as one has the will to break it, it won't be easy. It may take generations. Centuries of
A whole generation.
And that is, if everyone plays their part. But it will happen. And when it does, it will be on our terms. That is the world that awaits us.
Indeed. And what better world could one wish for?
But first, we have to reach that crystal.
Then it's a good thing I have wings.
You can barely stand, let alone fly. And only the Founder knows what horrors await in those skies. Are you certain about this?
Am I certain? I am the Phoenix. I will do what I must. This is our fight. Remember.
I remember. Do you remember?
All right. I yield. But only what you must. Yes. I'm still your sworn shield.
That you are.
And what of my wings? Lest you forget, you go to stand against a god. I would not have you succumb to fatigue before the fight begins. Ifrit, your brother mentioned that some few of the dominants who had lost their power to you were still able to prime. Is that true?
It is. But their icons no longer submitted to their will.
Then mine will have to be stronger. That you both might save your strength for the battle to come.
You don't have to do this.
If you do, there's a chance you might lose all you have left.
And what have I but regret? My life ended in the Dominion. I fear death no more. Besides, I would have words with Ultima.
It almost feels like a Metal Gear Solid cutscene. A lot of standing and not talking. Bro, we fucked them up.
We can speak of debts when this is over.
We are not in this debt. We are saving the world. If anybody, they owe us. Give us a castle on a mountain somewhere and leave us the hell alone. Now, Sid's daughter, get this ship going.
He speaks like a man who knows he's not coming back. And has come to terms with that.
That doesn't mean that we have to, does it, Clive?
Time to talk to Jill. I only hope she understands.
No, I definitely hope nobody's gonna die. But did I really miss that many side quests that I cannot finish? But how? Thought I did pretty much every single one of them. I did every single side quest that I could. I gathered up pretty much everything that I could find.
Come to wish on a star.
That might not be such a bad idea.
But it's daytime. What stars are they talking about?
Jill. You know what I have to do. Well, I have to do it. There's no turning back now. This is where our journey was leading us. Where it will end, for better or worse.
I could pray to Metia for you. But you'll be all right, won't you, Clive? You always are.
I did promise we'd watch the rain together.
I'll be waiting.
It's almost time. Better make sure I haven't forgotten anything.
Opa! Okay, I'm back. Oh, now we get all the side quests. Personal matter, ancient tome. Yeah, we'll do it.
Something tells me this is no mere adventure story.
Absolutely, yes. Okay.
What is it this time, Torgal?
Okay. Another quest for Torgal.
Clive, my boy! Rutherford informs me that we owe you our thanks. Hadn't intended for you to get involved, but such are the times we live in, huh?
I would have done the same for anyone else.
You're far too modest, Clive. You'd make a terrible noble. Tell me, Is the realm truly in as dire a state as Rutherford suggests?
From what little I saw, you were right to be worried.
I suppose I should have expected the worst. But I was rather hoping the great and good of the realm might have things a little more under control. Alas, it seems that firm leadership is in short supply these days, and without it, the people are bound to lose their way. We must move quickly.
But where do we start?
True, the challenges that face us are many, but in my estimation, there are two key areas to be addressed before any other. The realm's armies, and her larders. As you've seen firsthand, it's every man and woman for themselves out there. Certain cities have banded together to try and maintain some semblance of order, yes, but such cases are few and far between. And yet, the only remedy for the chaos that faces us is unity. A unity that transcends even the borders laid down by our ancestors. In short, if Storm does not stand together, she will fall apart.
But how would one even begin to unite the realm?
The armies, my boy. As I told you already, we begin by restoring order among the ranks of those sworn to maintain it. Sadly, I doubt I could convince even the lowliest gaggle of privates to dig a latrine together. But I do know someone the High Commanders have been known to listen to on occasion. Field Marshal Eugen the Haver.
I thought he was retired.
He was, until an Akashic army tore through Randalar and killed most of the rank and file. There is no man alive more capable. Literally. And as luck would have it, I've already spoken with him on the matter.
Of course you have.
And he's agreed to help. On one condition. That he first speaks with you personally. Havel has always been a man of frustratingly rigid principle, and he has certain qualms about clasping arms with, well, with an outlaw. I extolled your many virtues as best I could, of course, but the old goat was adamant that he be allowed to appraise you.
Oh my God, this man can talk.
You don't mind, do you, my boy?
Nah, dog, let's do it. Whatever we gotta do, let's do it.
As long as chaos reigns, we will never build a better world. I'll do whatever it takes. And if the Field Marshal wishes to speak with me in person, then so be it.
That's the spirit.
I'll leave for Randalar at once. Would you send a Stolas?
Of course. Rutherford is already in the Dalmekian capital. I'll have him tell Havel to expect you forthwith.
Yes, expect me there, brother.
Thank you, Uncle.
No, thank you, Clive.
You're welcome, Uncle and Clive. Now we're gonna go get that lady's book first.
I was wondering when next you visit. I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. Now this, I believe you will find most interesting.
Ah, Barnabas' mother, Moss Chronicles.
If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
I think we got most of the bestiary. Who are we missing? Actually, I think we got all of it, didn't we? Okay, we got missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 7 here. 2. Okay, we're missing two people.
The door to the shelves shall ever be open.
What would be the best way to go? I think maybe we can... Yeah, let's go this way. I think we can grab all of them. Joshua, what do you need?
Joshua, what's wrong? And don't say nothing.
It's... not nothing. I've received word from Cyril. The Undying have found Father's will, or something akin to it.
His will? How and where?
In the crypt beneath Rosalith Castle. After Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undying took the opportunity to recover what relics of the dead she had proclaimed. And in the process of doing so...
Well, that is definitely going to be a relic they were going to put in that treasure room.
Cyril asked that I join him in Tabor at my convenience. I have been meaning to go. Would you join me?
Hell yeah.
Of course. I want to know what's in that letter as much as you do.
Very well. I'm ready to leave when you are.
It would make me laugh if it said, "You both are failures." I mean, I don't want that to say, but... Or just something like, "Your mother had a nice badonkadonk."
Sid, do you have a moment?
By all means.
It's my old master. Seems there's no escaping her. She found some way to send me a letter. And something else. Records from a Waluda prison. Seems they were keeping a lot of bearers there.
How did she come by such a thing?
So what do we need to do?
Bearers always was her strong point. And it seems the cells of Balmung Dark are full of them. Foreign captives, the masterless. Bearers no one would miss. And even better for her, bearers with no one to look after them. When Ether started lapping at the walls, the jailers fled.
Leaving the bearers to be liberated by whoever happened to come along next.
Sid, I'd like to believe that I've earned your trust by now. And while I'm well aware that you've forbidden Cursebreakers from traveling to Waloed, I can't let those bearers die in their cells. I'd rather risk shipwreck on the Shadow Coast than leave them to starve.
Yeah, we'll go together. That's fine.
We'll be needing the Enterprise if we're going to navigate the Narrow.
Does that mean...
I'm making an exception. That we travel together. And we stay no longer than we have to. Ash is an inhospitable place at the best of times. We save as many as we can, and we leave.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Sid. There was a name in the prison register. A name from my past. Chadwick. Another of my former master's protégés. A gifted soldier in the closest...
We'll try to save him. But I think he probably already turned.
He must be very important to you.
He was. Is.
Then we find him.
The entrance to the prison lies in the shadow of Ravenlit walls, just beyond the portcullis. We should head there as quickly as we can. I only pray there are still bearers alive to save.
As do I, Doris.
Yes, yes, yes. We'll absolutely save them. Okay, who's next?
Sid, I was wondering if you could help me.
Sure.
Depends what with.
A bearer, but recently freed from his bonds, is keen to join the Cursebreakers. As you know, the work we do is not easy, which is why we test every volunteer's suitability. I was hoping you could oversee this one's evaluation.
I don't mind, but why this one?
Because he wants to be a scout. Our ranks are filled with men and women capable of breaking chains and putting slavers to the sword. But scouting, we're few with the nose for that, which is why we still rely so heavily on Gav.
Oh, we might get a new scout. That's cool.
So many of your missions, I I thought you might be better placed to recognize the traits in him that we should look for in those who'd fill his boots.
Sounds reasonable.
Honestly, either way, I'm gonna say this person can get in. We're not picky.
One can never have too many scouts.
Truer words, Sid. I'll let the initiate know that you'll be attending his trial, and that he is to proceed directly to Northreach in readiness.
No time like the present, eh?
No time
I'll
like
get
the
to
present.
them when I get to
I'll wait
them.
you there.
Trial and error. Definitely gonna be something messed up there. And we're gonna have to come in and save their butt. Okay. So she was talking about the tome.
Vivian, I read your note, and I'll be happy to help you find the book you're looking for.
Thank you, Clive. But tracking it down will not be easy. Are you sure?
Well, I think you'll be doing the tracking. I'll just go do the stabbing.
Your wisdom and insight whenever I asked. It's only right that I return the favor. Or at least attempt to.
You are too kind. Alas, what I ask of you is rather more trying than delivering the odd lecture. I spoke with Hippocrates to see if he had any inkling as to where another copy might be found, but perhaps it is best that you hear the details from him.
If you say so.
I mean, why don't you just tell me?
Forgive me, Clive, for asking this of you. But this book, it set me on the path to becoming who I am today. Its importance cannot be overstated.
You know, you'd think she'd still feel the same way if she had the internet. She could just look up a copy of it or get it on Amazon. Okay, do we have a few new ones? No, we actually don't. That's shocking.
Anything catch your eye?
Okay, we got a couple here. Okay, we'll come back to that. First things first, we got 2 over here. So we'll get those 2 real quick. And then we will keep on rolling, baby. First, let's get you.
Sid, you have to help us.
With what?
I do.
You didn't take apart another of Mid's contraptions, did you?
No. Well, yes. But that's not what we want to talk to you about.
It's Miss Mididol. She's been acting strange. Very strange. She's barely ever around.
When she is, she acts like we aren't even there. Her head's in a crowd.
In the clouds.
That's what I said. In the clouds.
Well, she does have a lot on her mind. When did you last see her?
Not long ago. Right after she got back from saving me from Stoneit.
And it's probably just about the Enterprise. It did take quite a battering on the way there and back.
You didn't break it, did you, Sid? You really should be more careful around Miss Mididol's inventions. Don't listen to her. Even if
Of course I didn't.
you could put it back together, couldn't you?
But who's gonna put Miss Mididol back together? She seems really sad.
Why don't I go and see if I can cheer her up?
You do that? For us? She's in her dungeon.
Don't scare him. It's not a real dungeon.
Okay, I might be able to do this one real quick. Because if she's just down there, we can slide in. And get it done. But before I do that, let's just go up top real quick, grab this, and then probably go to Sam Brack.
I will not let them be forgotten. Sid, may I have a moment?
Yes, you can.
Of course.
It is an honor to finally speak with you. My name is Herman. I've been with the Cursebreakers for some time now.
Hello, Herman.
I wish to be deployed to Ash. Any assignment will do.
Why?
No. The lands across the Narrow are too dangerous. I will not send good men and women to risk their lives needlessly. Why would you want to go back?
I need to retrieve something. Something important. I was raised in an orphanage. Badbach conservatory. Or rather, I was held captive there. It was not a place of nurture. It existed solely to turn bearer children into mindless weapons.
I guess like a typical
Until we feared no pain.
home for kids who are
Until our hearts
being
turned to
adopted.
stone, and few ever survived long enough to become tools of the last king.
I can't imagine.
I lost so many.
Very sad.
I can't even remember all their
That's what happens in wartime.
They must be remembered. They cannot fade away, faceless and forgotten. The Institute was run with military precision. Every child measured, every name recorded, every death logged with meticulous care. Sid, allow me to travel to Ash and recover the register.
Very noble cause, I'll
so
give
that
him
my
that.
brothers and sisters might live on.
You were a good friend, Herman. But the fact remains that Ash is simply too dangerous.
Sid, please. Even should it cost me my life.
Too dangerous for you, Herman. But not
But for me.
I'll go to Budbach and find the registry.
You will?
I won't let you risk your life.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can
Give me your money.
Where I'll find this orphanage.
Vida Grace. Hidden in a forest, overlooking the plains.
All right. I'll see what I can find there.
May the mothers guide you.
Litany of Errors. Interesting name for a side quest, especially of this nature. Okay, now what? I have one, two, okay.
Has Mitadol mentioned a new project yet?
If you have a...
That's it! I knew it! The answer was right here under my arse all along! If this doesn't steer to the skies, nothing will!
To the skies? You aren't trying to give the Enterprise wings, are you?
Engines.
What would I be doing?
The children seem to think you're avoiding them. They're worried about you. Is this really so important that you need to shut yourself away from everyone?
The Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the realm, and that's with the sea beneath her. But what if she weren't bound to the waves? What if she weren't bound to
I'm in.
it all? It's not fair. The gods get the skies all to themselves, so I'm gonna do something about it. The Fallen had their chance, but they relied too much on magic. And see where that got them? But not me. I've discovered how to do it without. Well, almost. First I need to make a prototype.
Is that a one-woman job?
Are you volunteering? I'll have you know the Enterprise is my baby. But if her godfather's offering to lend a hand, I'd be happy to take it.
Okay. Let's make her fly.
I'll need oil, and not just some old drippings from Miss Molly's spits in the tub and crown. Refined stuff, like they make in Ordil. Then I'll need some bone, or shell. Light, strong, preferably no longer attached to the beast it belongs to.
If it's beast bones are after,
Okay.
I'm sure the curse breakers will know where you might find some.
No, they'll know where you might find some. You're the one who offered to help, remember?
Oh, thank you.
I should speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
That is so nice of her, making the entire captain of the organization go do fetch quests. Weird thing is, I'm alright with that. I'm in. To be a captain like that, that's what I'd want to do. What's up, Torgal? What's wrong, my boy?
Finding for something, boy. What is it? What do you see out there? I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Sid, that's why. On the day he brought him home.
How that long ago.
Well, that answers
You're
that.
thinking to ask this now? Sid saw that the pup had a habit of gnawing on his leg, since you ask. Clap that there iron on him to keep him from doing it.
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a young age. Doubly hard in being a frost wolf, torn away from his icons and all. Sid would always tell him, you want that iron gone, you find what it is you're looking for. I reckon what he was looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Torgal. Sorry for making you wait so long.
Aw.
Let's get that thing off you.
Doesn't sound like he wants it off.
Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you?
Yeah, he does.
You want me to go with you somewhere?
Maybe he'll get a new bracelet or something.
Quick, aren't you? Glad you've been paying attention.
Not nearly as much as you have, Lady Karen.
Aye, good thing and all. It's not like Gav would have kept him in nuts and rubbed his belly these past 10 summers.
Your kindness is appreciated.
Very
You've been a
good.
good friend to him.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you. Go on now.
Where to then, Torgal?
Okay, so there somewhere? Okay.
Say what you will. Maybe Karen has seen our shape.
All right, Torgal. Where are you taking me? I'm going to need a little bit more than that, boy. Do you have a better hint for me? Unless you've already given me one. Back on the rear deck, you were looking west, toward Rosaria. Why don't we try the rookery? I haven't been to the island in almost 20 years.
So we gotta go to an island there, okay.
To Port Isolde then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there.
Okay. A lot of side quests just kind of came on out of nowhere. Well, not out of nowhere, I guess. We finished a somewhat big plot point in the game.
Ah, Clive, my boy. What a pleasure it is to see you.
Hippocrates. There's something I need to ask you. I've been charged with locating a book called From a Distance.
And you seek a rare gem indeed. One whose name I had not thought to hear from your lips. You've been talking to Vivian.
Yes.
Right as always. But she didn't seem keen to tell me very much. I take it she didn't like what you had to say.
And yet I gather it did naught to dissuade her. Clive, if the young professor has tasked you with obtaining a copy, I fear she asks the impossible. The executors would not allow it.
The executors?
Who are they?
Coveters of secrets. A clandestine organization committed to the collection and intenebration of forbidden texts and technologies. One such text being the tome Vivian seeks, chronicling as it does the true history of the enslavement of bearers. A tale which could overturn the established order were it ever to become widely known. Or so rumor has it. I've never actually read the thing, or even set eyes on it for that matter.
How is it that I haven't heard of this organization?
Well, because it's secret.
Secrecy is the Executor's watchword. They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized, be it books, inventions, or people, before disappearing again, leaving nary a trace.
Like the Men in Black.
Which would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from her grasp not long after she found it.
By the hand of the Executors, yes.
But what drives them? Self-interest or ideology?
Fine question.
Who knows?
Sadly, all that is known of the Executors can be recounted in a single breath. You may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers, or the identities of their leaders. Any answer I give would be pure speculation.
Well, we'll find out.
From the first. What was Vivian expecting? That I'd pluck it from thin air?
Not from thin air, no. From ash. Rumors of the Executors are rife among the scholars of Storm, but rather less so across the strait. I have a friend. Well, I had a friend in the village of Garnick, a collector of rare tomes, upon which subject we would oft correspond. Alas, I have heard little from him since the skies fell dark.
Let's hope he's still alive.
And no doubt he too has turned. But though he did not mention it by name, it is possible that a surviving copy of From a Distance yet rests upon one of his many shelves, quietly awaiting discovery. If you were...
It would be cool to find rare, you know, forbidden books. I would love to have one or two in my collection one day.
Very well. When I next find myself in Waloed,
Maybe one of the books of the Vatican or something like that. I would absolutely be ecstatic. If I had a cool rare book, I wouldn't really tell anybody, because that's stupid. But maybe sell it one day. You know, if I needed the money. You know, if somebody's offering, you know, like $20 million for a book, fuck it. I'm just gonna keep it. I'm gonna photocopy it and keep it.
All right, Sid. Come to buy us around, have you?
only if you own it. It needs a piece of light but durable bone for her next project. You've encountered your share of beasts on your travels across the realm. Any ideas?
Most bones are the same. Whack 'em hard enough and they'll break.
Except...
If it's durability you're looking for, shell will serve you better.
Yeah, the turtles.
You know what an adamantus is?
I do. I don't know to give them a wide berth. Will any old adamantus do?
Well, with shells, the older the harder. There's a rumor of an ancient adamantus down in Carava.
Oh, god dang it. We gotta go kill a super old turtle. Why?
Make quick work of the bastard. There's a reason it's lived as long as it has.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
I don't want to start killing all fucking ancient creatures. Jesus Christ.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Quick look.
Let's go gather this side quest.
Nazir might at least have mentioned where in Northridge he'd be testing this recruit.
That's the fortress.
Who do you think?
Well met, Sid. This is the initiate. Ember, present yourself.
At your service, Master.
Please, just Sid. There are no masters here. Your life is your own.
Oh, of course. Thank you, Sid. The sergeant says you'll be evaluating me at my trial.
To become a scout, yes. You are aware of the dangers inherent in that role.
Okay guys, give me a few minutes. I just gotta make a phone call. I'll keep playing, but I gotta put this on mute.
Who would that be?
Gav. It was him who found me and freed me. No magic, no support, just one man and his nose. Came and sniffed me out.
It taught me what one man can do if he puts his mind to it. And I've been training ever since, so that one day I can be someone's saviour, just like Gav was mine.
I'm sure he'd be flattered. You clearly have good intentions, Ember. And it sounds like you're under no illusions. Stick to this path and you'll make a fine Cursebreaker.
So, what? Have I passed?
You haven't even started yet. Now listen. Not far from here is an Imperial lookout, Eastwatch. The guards there record all their sightings in a logbook. You are to find it and bring it here.
And bring it here, right. Anything else?
No. Sneaking into a heavily guarded Imperial outpost and stealing the logbook would be quite sufficient. You'll need to assess the situation, determine a point of entry, create a distraction and effect an escape, all without being discovered and thrown into an Imperial oubliette.
Ember, Gav isn't our best scout because he can do everything. It's essential that you know your limits.
Know my limits, right. I won't let you down.
It shouldn't be as dangerous as I made out. But keep a weather eye on him all the same, would you?
On my way. All right, Ember. Impress me.
Okay, let's go do this quest. You know, I just got a weird glitch because I'm using my phone and I have an iPhone. And it's been acting a little weird lately. You know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. My only question is, like it's telling me to FaceTime I gotta activate it, but you know, I've been using it since I got it. I haven't really touched it. Well, I mean, I haven't touched my phone. It's just been sitting here. So, I am not sure why it's telling me now I have to sign in. To use FaceTime.
Perhaps your Ember really is ready. Maybe not.
Oh, I was gonna say maybe not.
Damn it. Ember, draw your sword!
Oh God!
Then run! If you want him, you'll have to go through me.
Okay, whooping this man's ass. Bye, honey.
Ember, are you... Gone. Of course. Scouts really are a rare breed. Back to Northreach it is, then.
A fortress? And who'll pay for that?
Who do you think?
I didn't expect you back so soon. Where is Ember? How did he fare?
I thought I'd find him with you. He must have fled. I followed him to Eastwatch, where I found him being set upon by a wild Avis. He was just standing there. Didn't even draw his sword. I had to step in and take care of things. But by the time I had, he was nowhere to be seen. I assumed he'd set off in your direction, but apparently not.
I'm sorry, Sid. I knew the boy had a nervous streak, but he seemed like...
The right man for the job? I believe this is the logbook you tasked me with retrieving.
Eh? How did you... Don't you tell me you breached the tower while Sid was busy saving your skin.
What? Wasn't that what you asked me to do? To bring the thing back without getting caught?
He has you then, as heir. And he did it all on his own.
But Sid, he
did what he thought was best. And now I have to decide whether I agree.
Of course. We'll await your evaluation back at the hideaway. Don't you leave my sight.
Yes, Sergeant.
This won't be an easy decision.
You should have seen him. The thing didn't stand a chance.
Welcome back, Sid.
Welcome back, Sid.
Yes. Welcome back. Trip wasn't too much of a pain in the arse, I hope. Truth be told, it was me who suggested roping you in to help with the trial. But from what I hear, things didn't go quite as planned.
No, they most certainly did not. Ember lost his nerve in the face of a beast of prey, but he didn't lose heart. He pressed on, and he achieved his aim. And is that not what we ask of our scouts?
Indeed it is. Thank you for your honest appraisal, Sid. The fact remains, however, that Ember will not always have a battle-hardened warrior on hand to pluck him from the jaws of peril. All I have gleaned from this trial is that without someone watching his back, Ember is little more than a liability.
Wait, Sergeant. Ember still has much to learn, it's true. And this time he was found wanting. But I'd say he's due a second chance, nonetheless. After all, he did do as you asked.
With a bit of hard work, any hand can be made to hold a blade, and any mind can conquer its fears. But a scout's nose is different. You've either got one, or you ain't. And by sniffing out that log, young Ember here has shown he has a conch and a half. Wouldn't do to waste it now, would it?
Fine. One more chance.
I'll do whatever you ask. I'll spend my days and nights in the pit if I have to. I'll show you. Just you wait.
Daft as a brush, that one. But his heart's in the right place. Just like someone else we know. And if you ask me, we've been leaning on him for far too long. That time the curse breakers took some of the weight off his shoulders, I reckon.
It couldn't hurt.
Just don't tell Gav I said so, will you? I won't have him thinking he's been hard done by. Next thing you know, he'll be asking for a day off. Chance would be a fine thing. Back to work.
Forgive me, Sid. This did not play out as I expected.
Things rarely do these days. But that's why we need men like Ember more than ever. Men who can make the best out of a bad situation. Remember that.
I will, Sid. Thank you.
Help you today, Clive? You earned this. All done?
How are you doing? Anything catch your eye?
A fortress?
The garrison is threatening to pull their sentries from the markets if we don't cooperate.
I would speak with this Duke.
Saw the captain just now.
Wasn't wearing his uniform. Because he handed it. Your town needs you. I need you. What did you?
Do you have a moment, Clive?
What is it?
It's the Duke, unsurprisingly. His Eminence has assumed full control of the garrison and put every able-bodied man to work on the fortifications. The town was left all but unguarded, so Philippe was compelled to form a citizens' watch to fill the void. And though my dear boys have been characteristically willing to assist him in this, they want for bodies. So I was wondering if you would lend them your strength, that the people of Northreach might sleep easier, if only for a few nights.
Of course. Whatever you need.
Thank you, Clive. What would I do without you? Philippe told me he had men stationed at...
Where can I find the mistress of this establishment?
Here, my lady. To whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
My name is Sabine, and it is my displeasure to be the daughter of the Duke of Oriflamme, who I understand is causing you and your town no small amount of trouble. I wish to speak to you about what might be done.
Very well. Let us speak. I trust you'll forgive me, Clive.
Absolutely. Our conversation can wait.
Please, proceed.
As you know, my father is a most overbearing and supercilious man, and I join you in objecting to his every action. Indeed, I owe you my thanks for continuing to argue against his reckless plans. Yet I fear he is not one to be swayed by reason. No. He must be made to face the consequences of his actions.
And who would make him do this?
I would. Myself and several other like-minded individuals. Were you to join us, we would surely have the strength to drive him from Northreach for good.
Does that not seem a trifle... drastic?
Drastic action is precisely what is called for. Unless you are content to see your people downtrodden and dispossessed. My father would have it that citizens exist only to serve the Empire. That they should be forced to make every sacrifice to ensure her revival. But he is wrong. It is not the people who must serve the Empire, but the Empire who must serve her people. He's always been like this. Scornful of the opinions of anyone he judged beneath him. But he cannot be allowed to ride roughshod over the common folk any longer. We must fight him. By all possible means.
Fight him? No. My purpose is to quell the tension in Northreach, not to stoke it. Respectfully, my lady. Our only chance of saving this town depends upon every one of us uniting against our common enemy. Your father and his followers included. While I understand your frustrations, I cling to the hope that he may yet be won round.
False hope, I assure you. But I see that your mind is made up. I shall bother you no longer. If you will extend me the same courtesy, I bid you good day.
She certainly has spirit.
Indeed. But unfortunately for us, that spirit is only likely to harden the Duke's resolve, which may be enough to seal the fate of this town. Not that she cares. This is all about her and her father.
Families.
I'm sorry, where were we? Ah, yes. I was about to tell you of Philippe's plans for the town watch, but perhaps it's better that you heard them from him. I believe he's in the market, if you'd be so kind as to seek him out.
Right away.
It's just a pity I cannot join you. I'd like to see the two of you in action together.
Your town needs you. I need you. The Duke would have
What does the dame have to say about all this, I wonder?
So you are content to abandon the... Please, I beseech you. If you are a true son of Northreach, you must fight to defend your home.
That's exactly what I am doing, milady. Or trying to, at least. The land is crawling with fiends, and someone has to keep watch.
Even when our true enemy is hiding in the garrison? Fine. You're not the only able-bodied man in Northreach. Thank you so much for your help.
She cornered you too, then?
Could hardly get a word in edgeways. Like father, like daughter, eh?
She made an uninvited appearance at the Vale earlier, hoping to convince the dame to join her in fomenting rebellion.
I bet that went well. Her ladyship seems to have a way with people. Anyway, what brings you here?
Our mutual friend thought you might welcome some help.
Oh, she did she? Right as always. In fact, you're just the man. We've had some reports, you see. Sightings of, you know what.
They're back.
Seems that way. All over, too. We haven't been able to confirm anything yet, but if you're willing, you could go and see what's what.
Right. Where should I look?
You know Grieger's Weep? One of the sightings places them somewhere on its shores.
I'm on my way.
Thank you, Clive. I'll look into one of the other sightings. Let's rendezvous back here later.
reports were true. I need to stop them before they get to the town.
It's over.
Call that a test, Ultima?
Clive, it's me. Are you all right?
I am. But it seems the reports were true. The thralls have returned. I dispatched the few that I found, though.
Well, there's something, I suppose. But what were they doing south of town? They all came from the north last time. We might be able to fend off an attack from one side or the other, but from both?
Do you have eyes in the north?
Some. I should probably go and have a look, though, just to be sure. You head back to Northreach. I want you there just in case war breaks out while I'm away.
What do you mean?
Her ladyship's been busy working her magic on the townspeople, stirring up ill feeling towards her father. But she'll have her marching on the barracks if we're not careful.
What? This is exactly what the Dane was afraid of. I'll do what I can to calm things down. Be careful out there, all right?
Don't worry, I'm not like you. One sniff of those things and I'm running back to town screaming blue murder.
Do you not see, Father? The people of Northreach have given enough, and only a fool would ask for more.
Listen to me, Sabine. Where would our people be without their country, hmm? The Empire is their sword and their shield. It is she that ensures they can live without fear. And now she teeters on the brink. Without their sword, how will the people fight? Without their shield, how will they protect their kin? Can the unarmed stand against the advancing hordes? No. But there is yet hope. A new shield, a new sword. A new empire. We can rebuild Sandbreck, just as Great Grieger wills it.
Perhaps we could, Father. But we don't want to. Not if it is built on the broken backs of the people.
Please, let us not quarrel in the street. You must see that no good will come of this. Our fight is not with each other, but with the threat that draws ever closer to our gates. A threat that your sword has yet to rid us of, Your Eminence.
You will hold your tongue, whore! You may have filled my daughter's head with your heresy, but I will not be corrupted.
Corrupted? Your daughter's opinions are her own, as you would know if you had ever deigned to listen to her. At least I hope they are your opinions, and not posturing born of a family feud. Northreach deserves better than that.
Northreach deserves better than you, Carla. Yes, I know who you are. The slut of Twinside who bedded a Branded.
Jealous, are you? That a woman might choose a bearer over a pious man of Grieger.
Clive,
met a swarm of thralls coming south from Oriflamme. Hundreds of them. Too many to count.
Oh, fuck. No. Work on the fortifications has scarcely begun.
We will retreat to Caer Norvent, and there make our stand. Did you hear me? That was an order!
While this is but a heartfelt plea, let us make our stand here and protect our homes. Protect those that we love. Together, for Northreach!
You heard the dame. What are we waiting for? Pikemen to the gates. Archers to the roofs. Quickly, come on!
But she is but a common...
whore, yes. And we'd follow her to the gates of hell. The men had their orders, and they look like following them. I got them spaced out at regular intervals. Whichever direction the thralls strike from, there'll be someone there to meet them.
Thank you, Philippe. Rest assured the people will play their part. The herbalist has donated her stock of medicines to me. Should any of your men be injured, take them to the Vale. We'll see to them there.
Thank you, milady. I will.
I'll play my part too. You still won for numbers. Unlike the enemy. I only hope I can go some way to evening the odds. Philippe, can I leave the south in your hands? I doubt the thralls by the lake were the last of their number.
Of course. I'll lead a party down that way so we don't get taken by surprise. What about you?
I'll make my way up the road to Oriflamme. I fought a few of these things. And while I can't promise to hold them all back, I should be able to thin the herd.
All right. But take care.
Thank you. Both of you.
You can thank us when it's over.
Till then, madame.
When the fight begins... We can take rest.
I want steel in the hands of everyone.
girl.
Yeah!
There are so many of them.
Not for long.
Is it over?
No. It's only just begun. That looks to be the last of them. I wonder how the others fared. Better hurry back to town. Come on, Torgal.
Clive, it's good to see you.
And you. The road to Oriflamme is clear. How did you and your men fare?
Well, we ended up fighting for our lives down by the lake. Took a few nicks, but nothing the girls of the Vale can't put right.
Glad to hear it.
Well, it seems we've survived. For the time being, at least. I thank you both for answering the call.
You were right. And I was wrong. About everything. I had thought that the only way to unite the people was under the banner of Empire. That without a strong hand to guide them, they would drift apart. To be borne hither and yon by the eddying currents of fate. But you brought them together. Not by force, nor by the exercise of goddess-given authority, but by simply being one of them. By knowing what they feel, because you feel it yourself.
Our purpose was ever the same, Your Eminence. You were merely distracted by a loftier vision of empire and glory, while our eyes beheld matters closer to home.
You have the right of it again. As did you, Sabine. His radiance said it himself. Sanbreque is naught without her citizens. I forgot that. And I am sorry.
I'm sorry too, Father. I should never have taken things so far. I only wanted you to understand how the people felt. How I felt. But my anger got the better of me.
Do not blame yourself, my dear. This was my doing.
I should have listened to you. To all of you.
Your Eminence, your Ladyship, I do not doubt that you came here with the best of intentions. But I believe the same could be said of us all. We all want safety, security, prosperity. Not just for Northreach, but for the entire realm. And we may yet achieve it. If only we work together. Will you join us in this?
Yes. We shall.
Thank you, Your Eminence. Now that that is settled, I must go and see to the wounded. The Vale's doors are always open to any soldier in need of relief. And today there are more than ever before.
Madame Isabel is a rare soul indeed. In these dark times, I see that it is not men like me who should lead the realm, but women like her.
You're right. If only I'd listened to her when I had the chance.
Forgive me for saying so, milady, but you still do. The dame said it herself. We can turn things around. We just have to work together. And that goes for you, too. You're one of us now.
One of you?
Well said, Captain. Let this be a new beginning. Not only for Sanbreque, but for us.
Well, since there's nothing more to be done here, I should see if Isabel needs any help moving the wounded.
Can we get you anything?
How goes the treatment of the wounded? I'll be happy to man one end of a stretcher if it would help.
You've helped quite enough for one day, Clive. Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Oh, but I must. After all you've done for this town, it is the very least you deserve.
Tell me, if Northreach had fallen, what would you have done? A woman of your means could find a home anywhere in the realm, but I sense you would rather have died here.
It's a long story.
For you, madame, I have all the time in the world.
Very well. Long ago, I had a life in the Crystalline Dominion. I was Carla then, courtesan to the nobility. So sought after was I that it was only they who could afford my time. Alas, those halcyon days were not to last. For naive as I was, I fell in love with a bearer. He was my master's guard, the gentlest man I have ever known. After they discovered us together, he was whipped bloody and forbidden from ever looking at me again. And so we fled. Not that we had anywhere to flee to. We wandered, aimless and starving, half dreading, half praying that the next day would be our last. Until we found ourselves here, in Northreach. It was the Vale that took us in, that fed us, clothed us, and healed our hurts. Those that could be healed, at least. My love was already too far gone.
He passed away.
He did. Not long after we arrived. But at least we were able to share a few moments of peace before the end. It was the greatest gift I have ever received. But the generosity of this town and her people did not end there. The men and women of the Vale supported me through my grief. Shared in it, though I was still a stranger to them. They treated me like a sister. And so I swore that I would always do the same. that I would return the kindness that Northreach showed me. That I would repay my debt to the Vale.
Thank you, Isabel, for sharing this with me.
You're a lot like him, you know. Perhaps that is why I have such a soft spot for you. Never stop fighting, Clive. And I shan't either. I know that it will not be easy to keep Northreach together. But our efforts will be rewarded. Just look at us now. The people, the soldiers, even the Duke of Oriflamme and his daughter, all united in defense of this town that we have come to call our home. And what of you? Can we count on your support too?
Always. It's well. After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all. Nice try. This should be enough. It's still here. After all these years. A lot smaller than I remember. And you're a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy. I wasn't being serious.
You two go on without me. I doubt that boat will hold a third.
If you're sure, we won't be long. Hop in, boy. This hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right through those trees. Come on.
I never understood these places. Why we going? Why we gotta go in alone?
I bet I can still beat you.
Cool.
Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Total?
I always wanted a treehouse like this when I was a kid. Aw.
Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy?
I wonder if Chorgo has anything for himself here.
This is all from the castle. In Phoenix Gate. You bring these here. Whispering sword. Well. You never stopped looking for me. Did you, boy?
Dogs are too damn... Animals are too damn pure most times. Damn, I'm gonna cry.
Thank you. For never giving up. For never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either.
Nice.
That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal. All right. I'm coming.
Might not be the way to the boat, but
I think I know where we're going.
that's the way where the dog wants to go. What the dog doing?
People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. We certainly can steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home.
Very poetic. Very poetic ending. I'm very happy to receive those.
Sorry for the wait. We're ready.
My question is whether our own brother did not want to go with us. Well, maybe because he's a punk ass bitch. First things first, we're definitely gonna save this. Now, what else do we got? Okay, whatever is there, let's go. Take a look at this real quick.
Doris is waiting for me near Belmont Dock. The longer she's out in the open, the more likely she is to be found by a Akashic. I need to hurry.
Oh, okay, so I gotta help the girl out. Gotcha. Again, bro, I am way too high of a level to be messing with you. Okay, that's good. I guess in regular battle, these work out a lot better. Oh, there's one here and here. Jesus. There's a lot of ones here. Why not? You know what? We still have a bit of a ways to go, so. Let's hit them with everything we got. And an upgraded Diamond Dust. And a Super Punch. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. You know, the problem with the streaming sites, I think, is I'm pretty sure the comments are not like genuine people, so while I guess it boosts the number of people watching, they don't actually interact. And you know, when you have like 100 people watching and nobody interacts, that's still not as fun. I appreciate the gesture though.
There were no guards, I take it.
None manning the gates, no. It's a different story inside, though. The corridors are crawling with Akashic. Most likely guards left behind when the wardens ran. If Chadwick was being held here, I worry that he may already be.
Well, let's find him.
But let's move quickly. Let me check the ground floor. The ether's thickest there.
Then I'll search the upper level. Good luck, Sid. Stay
I
safe.
hope she ends up making alive. I hope she ends up making out alive.
Just how bad are the floods inside the walls? Bad enough to turn a bearer? I hope not. We're risking a lot just being here. Locked up tight.
That's strange. We used the key on the other door and the one across from it open. Okay, so they train the beasts. Okay, so they throw them to the beasts. I hope our girl ain't going over there to fight them.
Loss of Waluda lives. What happens when they run out of bearers?
Well, they're gonna take normal people.
They're branded than that.
Yes, they have not been very good people. We can certainly attest to that. Recent supplies left insufficient, blah blah blah. Fortunately, observe and kill bears on sight. Okay, they're feeding live bears.
Bearers to it. This is even worse than I feared.
See, this is where a walkie-talkie or a cell phone
Hopefully things are looking better upstairs.
would help and be like, hey girl, you know, there's a big ass monster somewhere. Don't wander far. But nah, she's gonna go try to save everybody. Oh shit, that is not what I wanted to do, but that's fine. Oh, I guess we're here.
They're locked downstairs. But I did find out that this place was more than just a prison. Something far more sinister was happening.
Yeah, I think we all realize this place is more than a prison.
Reading some of these documents, and it can't be true, can it?
Well, I think it is true.
Bearers die every day in service of their masters, but this is so much worse. Pitting
It is.
bearers against a wild beast armed with nothing but their wits, and all in order to bring about more death. And not just those who could fight, but the elderly, children.
Awful, awful people. What
Those
can you
who
say?
wouldn't or couldn't were disposed of, whatever that means.
I'm afraid it means they were fed to the monstrosity they kept here.
Then we're too late. And I was a fool to bring you here.
Now we're gonna kill that bitch-ass monster.
Did you find anything else?
A key. But it doesn't fit any of the locks on this floor.
Perhaps it will fit one of the doors downstairs. There's a corridor I haven't searched yet. Finish up here, then come and find me when you're ready.
Alright. I'll be there in a moment.
Thank you. Just please be careful. Please be very careful. Because this place is rough as it is, and how did you get here without killing these bastards? Yeah, kick him in the dick. Finally, we're jumping them. Okay, nothing here. So we do go down. And let's head for the other door that we couldn't open before. And I'm pretty sure it's going to take us to the beast. I wonder what remembrance or artifact we're going to get here. I think we have to go to that little arena, but I'm gonna see what else is out here first before we go in there.
Survivor. It just sounds close.
Who are you?
Savior.
There's no need to be afraid. Are you alone? Are there any other survivors?
Some of the guards. They're still here. But something's wrong with them. Everyone else was eaten by the monster.
Of course there were.
Thank the Founder.
It was worth our coming. But I'd rather we didn't linger. Are you ready?
Ready when you are. You poor thing. You must have been terrified.
Teatric sent you.
What?
He fought the monster. Distracted it so I can run away.
Oh shit, now we gotta go fight him.
He promised to free the others too. Where is he? He opened your cell, didn't he? Wouldn't be here otherwise.
Chadwick.
Was that?
Yes.
Monster's back! Chadwick, help!
We have to get out of here.
Doris, keep the girl safe.
All right. You put that bearer-eating bastard in the ground.
I think they accepted that Chadwick
It's out there waiting for me.
passed away.
I can't let it live. Not if it's got a taste for bearers.
I definitely think it already has a taste for bears.
You alright, boy?
Good job, dog. Come here, you big ugly monster. We are going to mess you up. They could use a little bit more monsters, because a lot of them are reskinned, recolors of the same monsters. You know, they give it a slight recolor or addition, and now it's a whole different monster. I mean, I get it, but shit, he can cast Comet. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's pretty strong. Okay. Do it again. Nah, we're gonna keep brute forcing this. Okay, then. Okay. I don't know how much time we have left or what, but okay. So this, oh nice, this was a notorious mark. Good, you stinky bastard.
Finally.
Sid, are you hurt?
No, I'm alright.
Fine. I think.
No.
What is it?
A diary. I gave it to Chadwick before we went our separate ways.
Yeah, I think Chadwick's done.
Do you think that creature?
I'm sure he fought bravely to the last. The girl is safe thanks to him.
Chadwick. You fool.
Come on. We have to get her back to the hideaway. We don't want his sacrifice to have been in vain.
No. Of course not. I'll see that she's looked after from now on. It's the least I can do.
From what I hear, you've barely left the girl's side in days. I hope she's recovering from her ordeal.
She is. Slowly but surely. She's far tougher than she looks. I thank the flames we found her. If we hadn't...
I know. But we did. I'm sorry we weren't able to save Chadwick.
There's no need to apologize. Without your help, I would never have found out what happened to him. How he fought to the bitter end to save her. To save Haida Marine. That's the man I remember. The man I thought of as a brother.
I wish I could have met him. I'd like to hear more about your past. If you don't mind, that is.
Of course. You already met my former master. She trained Chadwick and I to do two
They have a
things.
bathtub?
Kill and obey. We were supposed to be sold to the highest bidder when the time came. But no bid was ever high enough to convince her to part with us. For years we were her daggers in the shadows. But we could never quite shake our doubts about the things she made us do. And then, one day, we just couldn't do them anymore. So we escaped. But staying together was out of the question. They would have found us too easily. After so many years of training, the pull to serve was always strong. It scared me to think he might have taken another master, become a dagger in someone else's hand.
But even in captivity, the battles he fought were his own. And he died not as someone's tool, but as a hero.
Hyde Marie is proof of that. Bearers can cast off their shackles. And the Cursebreakers will show them how. I'll fight until my dying breath to see it done. For Chadwick, and for all of us.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be counting on you.
Breath of Darkness, alright. 1.6 seconds. Okay, still not a lot, but that's fine. Now, is that just gonna be us talking to the lady or something new? Let's see. We did slay a new mark, so does that mean... Oh, yes. We have the Masterless Marauder, the Grim Reaper, and the Knight of the Splendid Heart. Pass through, blah, blah, blah. There's a knight shining armor besides the entrance. So he accuses everybody to be me and wants to kill me. Alright, we'll get him. That is not a problem. We will absolutely get that SOB. And the SOP. And the ff16. What do you want?
You alright?
Something troubling you?
No more than usual. It's just... Eda's baby will be coming soon, and I wanted to make something for it.
I'm sure she'd like that.
Back in the north, families would always make gifts when a bairn was on the way. Yeah, let the little tykes know they were welcome in their new homes, like.
So, what's the problem?
The problem is that Eda's due any day now. I don't know if I'll be ready in time.
Is there anything I can do to help?
You know, there just might be.
All right then. What exactly are we making?
A good luck charm. But not just any good luck charm.
Not just any.
No. One made from the feather of a silver chocobo. There's naught luckier in all the realm, or so we used to say back home anyway. Thing is, they're hard to come by. Had Otto and Karen check with their suppliers, but nothing. Try and track one down myself, only...
Only the big day is fast approaching. And that's all you need, a feather.
That or the bird whose horse it's attached to, aye. I was gonna start by asking around with traveling traders plying the northern borders.
Well, there's no shortage of those passing through Martha's. I think I might make that my first port of call. I'll let you know if I find anything.
You're a good friend, Clive. I won't forget this.
Okay, so for now, what I am going to do is